welcome to 242 News. I'm Phyzik Anchor, and I'm today's top stories. And there's a coronavirus, and it's quite bad. It's messing up stuff, and it's just it just really grinds my gears. I just can't go out and buy cigarettes and leave my children abandoned anymore. It can't be done. There's too big a queue. How am I supposed to abandon my child? God, I'll just have to be a decent father. What a joke. Anyway, hi, it's me, Mr. Phyzik Anchor, or whatever the goddamn hell I said a minute ago. Goddamn time, every goddamn day, I'm sick of it. Stupid microphone. Stupid. Hi, it's me, Mr. Dry Your Hair Before Doing a Video. I'm Phyzik. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry, been out for a cycle down to my crazy village where now there has been a death. There has been a death from coronavirus, and it's pretty freaky. It's pretty terrifying that happened just down the road. So I cycled down there earlier because I needed to hand in a prescription, and it's just crazy, man. I have to post it through the door. You go around to the Londis, and they only let in like one person at a time. Oh God, the world's gone absolutely nuts. So I hope you're all okay. Let me know down in the comments how the coronavirus is affecting you and whether you're all doing okay or not, because it's worrying times. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please do leave it a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. Thank you so much. Also, if you want to go a step further than that, you can donate to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Links to both of those in the description. First topic of the day, we're going to be looking at Onision's latest video. I know, surprise, surprise. Basically, when I get back to regular uploads, I'm going to move away from Onision because I'm really sick of it at the minute. But he's talking about Chris Hansen, and this is something that's been building up for ages, so I do want to discuss it quickly. If you want a lot more different content, then, you know, you can always check out my Patreon. I upload more gaming videos, movie reviews, TV reviews, stuff like that. So, let's get down to it. So, this is incredible. Essentially, Onision still thinks he can manipulate people very easily, even though what he's saying is very obviously untrue. He is so clearly trying to slander Chris Hansen throughout this video, not in any like extreme ridiculous way, but every single comment is just a sort of vague, incredibly untrue thing about his character, and it's like, who are you trying to fool? Who are you tricking here? No one's going to believe a word you're saying. Let's have a look at the video so you can see what I'm talking about.
I'm laughing because this guy, I said, hey, I don't want you to profit. Like, that was my main goal. I don't want him to make money off of it, because I don't think he should be making money off all this garbage and pretending to be a hero. Right.
Like, what are you talking about? When has Chris Hansen ever in any way said or insinuated that he's a hero or he's doing anything in that manner? You've just manufactured that out of your brain, out of nothing, as a weird comment to sort of jab at him. I don't understand why. Like, what are you talking about? This isn't something that anyone's ever mentioned before. No people are like, oh, Chris Hansen, what a hero he is. He's a journalist, and he does journalistic news. Yeah, okay, it's a bit weird that he's moved on to such smaller topics such as you and the drama surrounding you, but I do think that you're an interesting case, as does everyone on the whole platform. If Onision was someone boring that's twattish like Jake Paul, I get very tired of talking about him, but because Onision is such a, I don't know, a weird sociopathic narcissist, it's interesting to talk about him. I'm not at all saying he's actually a sociopath, because I'm not a psychologist, but it's just these weird comments. Yeah, like, who are you tricking? I don't understand why you're trying to stop him from profiting from this. I don't think that's what you're doing at all. I think you just want to interview him on your terms, on your turf, for some weird reason. What, maybe you're trying to make him look bad because you're setting something up that he clearly won't be interested in? I've heard that you were trying to set things up at weird times on your Twitter, and it's like, why is he going to want to do that? Why wouldn't he just interview like he's interviewed everyone else? I think you're just scared to approach him in his neighborhood.
I straight up said, yo, come on my Twitter. Let's do a live stream on my Twitter, and we won't make profit, and we'll get this out of the way. And he said no, publicly. He's like, I'm not going on your Twitter. You know what he said? He said, I'm not going on your site.
So, Onision, sorry, you don't have this weird upper hand here. You're so constantly trying to make yourself appear better than everyone else. But in this case, like, what are you talking about? He offered an interview to you a very long time ago, and you're the one that asked for $350,000 to do it. So why are you talking about how he would profit from this when you're the one that basically tried to be as greedy as possible? It's just insane. I don't get where your morals are. Like, you claim to have the higher ground all the time when you never do, and no one thinks that. No one thinks you've got the upper hand here. It's ludicrous. I don't know why you're like, oh, he's scared, he's running away, he won't do this interview, when you're the one that didn't want to do the interview for months and months and months and allowed this thing to get as out of hand as possible. He came to your house to ask you if you wanted to do an interview, but no. No, what are you talking about? You're the one that cowered in fear and called the police on him. Jesus, you do not have the upper hand. Wowie.
I just started laughing when I read that because nobody said go on my site, old man.
Yeah, alright, my god, you do not understand what a joke is. You just can't grasp the concept of a joke. And then you're the one that always says, why don't people get my jokes? One, they're not funny, and two, you're just trying to trigger people. Why did you do a video the other day about how you made some joke where you had a small man piece, and then everyone thought it was true when you're the one that said that, and you're the one that spread the joke? So why are you so clearly, you're trying to dig up old stuff from the past? It's like, what are you doing? You're such a petty person and you just can't grasp a joke. Clearly he's just having a jab at you, and you're the one who created guys, yeah, let's get this out the way. So Onision has an OnlyFans website, so he's being investigated by the FBI for, you know, grooming a child, essentially. So now, yeah, now's the good time to create an 18+ adult-only, not safe for work, weird kind of red light version of Patreon. For what reason? Why have you done this? Is that your business savvy at play here? Because your Patreon failed and you were clearly a clever businessman back there, you know, swapping $1 and $5 tiers just to a $3 one, screwing over everyone that's paying you the $1 tier. You don't get how this all works. So why? What in your right mind would think you can create a $10 a month version of your Patreon that is just filled with adult content? It's weird. And then you're like, no one under 18 can join. What? You can't control that. Do you not realize this? This is what happened with your forum. You can't control that. Anyone can lie about their age. Anyone on the planet. It's not difficult. And you said it's easy enough getting on there if you're under 18, but if you do, then you're going to be banned. So essentially, you've just told everyone that if you're under 18, it's very easy to join and get away with it. Well done. My God, you're an idiot. Jesus. Also, he could easily be referring to your Twitter. He isn't, but your Twitter is filled with your weird, gross comments, your vile, sexual comments, which is just essentially, that's all it is, that you spread to all of your young children fans about how you want to violate them and do weird stuff. I'm obviously not going to show any of these messages because it's just about as disgusting and creepy as you can get. You even did one on the day that your child fell from your 2-story window. So yeah, your Twitter's kind of just as bad.
I'm like, oh, so basically you can have no results to everything you said about me for 10 years and you'll be fine. That's what he's doing. You guys realize that, right? Like, he's just saying, like, okay, so how do I get these people to not harass me about the fact that this guy hasn't been arrested, nothing's happened to him, he's completely fine? How do I explain that? I know, I'll just say investigations take a long time.
Yeah, because they do. What? No one's on your side, by the way. Everyone and their dog and their kitchen sink is on Chris Hansen's side here. So no one would be having a go at him because nothing's been done about you. It's very obvious to anyone with a tiny bit of common sense that this is an extremely hard thing to investigate, to prove, and to have you found guilty. you're interested in his state of mind. You have a novel full of questions, but hey, I'm not really going to mention any of them right now. I'm just going to say that I have these questions because it makes it sound like he's done stuff wrong too, when he kinda hasn't really. He's done a few things wrong, but so is every human in the world. He definitely hasn't groomed any kids though, and that's what matters here.
And I kind of wonder about, you know, what this guy's state of mind is. I got a lot of things that I want to ask him.
Investigate his state of mind. What are you talking about? He's a journalist that's investigating you on his streaming platform. He can do whatever he wants. Like, he's not insane because he's doing this. Like, what are you talking about?
When you say that this person's a monster, this person's terrible, this person's awful, and you hype someone up this much...
This is brilliant. I love how you show things that make you look even worse. We'll demonetize the interview if Greg, James, Onision, whatever, has a seat with me on my YouTube channel. So he's just said there that he'll happily do his interview the way he's done all of them, because that's literally just fair and normal, and he would demonetize it so there would be no profit on his part. If you're still demanding he does it on your Twitter, you're clearly just trying to screw with him, make him look bad, and have it on your own turf. I don't know, you even have some weird Discord call where you're going to do that, where you just have a crowd of your own fans backing you up. I don't get it. I don't really get it. But yeah, again, this doesn't make you look good. As he said, it's how we do things in the real world. It's about truth and being held accountable, which is obviously two things you fear. You're a manipulative liar. You are the most unbelievable liar I've ever encountered on YouTube. Most things you say these days is just a flat out lie, and you never get held responsible for your actions. Well, you don't hold yourself responsible. You're never accountable for the things you do. You never ever apologize. You never seem to feel any guilt or shame towards anything unless it benefits you. Apologizing to Jacqueline Glenn, I don't think that was very serious. I think you just did it to make yourself look better. That is really bad. If anyone should be investigated for their state of mind, it's you again.
And you hype someone up this much and nothing happens to them, you look like a liar.
What are you talking about? Like, where do you get these weird ideas from? No one thinks that. Everyone is fully aware at how long these investigations take. And now all you're doing is explaining that further. So thank you for backing up Chris Hansen in explaining to everyone how long an investigation takes. No one is going to be angry at him if you're not sent to jail immediately. No one really even expects that to happen. Well, I personally don't. And if you do, it'll be in a very long time. As I said, it's not difficult to work out that these things are insanely hard to prove, and if you guys don't know that already, I'll explain it now. This thing, if you just imagine it, if you go through the steps of how the FBI or the police would have to find Onision guilty, they would have to look through all of this evidence, all these phone calls, all these messages, and all that stuff, whether Onision even has those still, and this is across different states. This is all stuff that's related to what happens online on YouTube. It's all very confusing to compile this evidence for one, and then to find him guilty through this evidence will be another process. It's very clear you've done wrong things. You've admitted that fully. Now, let's, again, remove ourselves from the word groomer. You took a girl from a broken home, a young, vulnerable child from a broken home, and then you put her into a home where you bullied her senselessly for basically the entire period she was there. Her only legal guardian, which was Kai, were sending nude pics between each other when Sarah was only like 16. You then waited till she was 18 and then had sex with her. Whether that's technically grooming, I don't care. What you've done is abuse. There's no other way of looking at it. So, they're the facts, and whether you can prove that is insanely difficult. Domestic abuse cases are always very hard to prove.
Oh, you guys gotta wait 10 years. And that's hilarious to me, because it just falls in line with everything I've been saying, which is that he's full of crap, he's been lying to you, he's been collecting money.
What on God's earth are you talking about? How does that prove that he's been lying to us? Like, what? Chris Hansen, being a journalist, is kind of unbiased in these things anyway. So, I know he's made a lot of decisions about you, but that's from very real, obvious things that are obviously real, specifically with how you treat all of your relationships and how horrible you are to everyone you've ever been with. Shiloh, You know, how you just blatantly ignored her clear mental health issues, how you claimed that you're an idiot for being abused, and how anyone in an abusive relationship is a moron for not leaving the relationship. Wow, you really understand the world. You really get domestic abuse. Shiloh was definitely your abuser, not the other way round, because you were so cold and indifferent about her blatant mental health problems. It's crazy how you think you're morally right in any of these situations. No one's expecting Chris Hansen to throw you in jail immediately. You've just said that the investigation takes a long time, so what you've said isn't that he's been lying, but that it takes a long time to gather evidence. You're making yourself look bad, for God's sake. The subjects you talk about with such confidence you don't understand, which is self-esteem, you know, eating disorder, stuff like that. You tried helping the, like, self-esteem of young girls back in the day, but, like, all you did was probably damage people's self-esteem a lot more than you helped it. You probably got some, you know, emails from girls you rated like 10 saying, "Oh, cheers for saying I'm fit, babe. Nice one." When there's, you know, thousands of girls who you've given a 1 out of 10 with no explanation for. You know, girls who clearly look up to you, clearly would really be happy if you gave them nice comments, but no, instead you're like, well, 5 out of 10. Yeah, honesty's the best thing in the world. You didn't even give them any positive criticism. You didn't say, hey, you know, you could change your hair, you could take the photo from a different angle. No, it's just like, you're ugly, you're a pig, yeah, deal with it. Nice, really helping these young girls' minds. Wowie! So what is the point of your existence on YouTube? I don't get it. So why don't you just move on? Why don't you just... aren't you sick of this? Aren't you done with all of this now? Just move on. It's ridiculous. Anyway, that's my take on this. Again, he's just the most narcissistic, aggravating person on the planet. If you were a little bit more humble, you'd be less hated. But because you're so condescending to everyone, you're up on a pedestal 24/7, you're up on your high horse 24/7, why would anyone like you? I know you don't see the value in people liking you, so again, why are you on YouTube? The whole point is having a community of people. It's not just you, it's you creating videos for an audience that likes your content. What is your audience now? It's people that hate you and young girls that haven't yet realised how manipulative and terrible you are. That's my take. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed, please do leave it a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. If you want to send any donations my way, PayPal link in the description. You'll get a shout out in the next video. If you want to join my Patreon, link is in the description, as is Twitter, as is Instagram. I'm not pointing where you think I'm pointing. This looks bad. I'm going to stop. Bye, guys. Take care. Hope you enjoy the quarantine. Also, yeah, hey, quick side note, if you're looking for any quarantine movies to watch, check out The Platform. Absolutely spectacular, twisted dystopian thriller like nothing else. It's on Netflix if you don't mind the subtitles. Or Color Out of Space, a Lovecraftian Nicolas Cage visual, mind-bending, body horror, weird film. It's so good though. Check out those, and that's me signing out. See you later, guys. Take care.